Welcome to Lawyer Unveiled. My name is Chevelle Douglas. I am an attorney licensed to practice here in the state of Georgia. The purpose of today's video is to talk a little bit about these things called prenuptial agreements. It's the month of February. I'm sure during Valentine's Day there's going to be tons of people who get engaged and are all lovey-dovey. So let's talk about the real things that happen after the engagement. And one thing to consider is prenuptial agreements. Not because you don't trust each other, you don't love each other, but because you love each other so much that in the event of the demise of your relationship, you want to be civil and rational and determine how you will divide your assets in the event of a divorce. Another thing to consider is debt. Sometimes a party will come into the marriage with a substantial amount of debt, and you'll want to protect yourself from being responsible for that debt. So that's another reason why you might consider entering into a prenuptial agreement. A prenuptial agreement is simply going to be a contract determining how we're going to divide our assets, and it's a really good vehicle to prevent all the drama that goes along with with filing for divorce. So how do you prepare this agreement? Essentially, you need to have full disclosure. Both parties are going to need to disclose all of their assets, and you want to be careful to make sure that you do disclose all of your assets, because failure to do so could mean that the court would not enforce the prenuptial agreement at all. After you've disclosed all your assets, you need to determine what assets are going to be considered separate property even after the divorce or in the event of a divorce. So, for example, one party may come into the marriage with a business. What portion of the business is going to remain a separate asset, or will the whole business remain a separate asset of the marriage during the course of the marriage? You really need to think these things through, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. So it's my advice to definitely sit down with an attorney and get some really good advice as it relates to prenuptial agreements. But if you are here because you want to draw up your own prenuptial agreement, what I might do is just put a sample one, generic one, on my website so that you can gain access to it, or perhaps I'll do something else, or at least provide maybe a questionnaire for you so that you know what information is needed in order to obtain your prenuptial agreement. Should you wish to have my office prepare it, give us a call at 678-534-2490. We would love to help you. Or if you want assistance in determining whether or not you even need one, definitely give my office a call for a consultation. Again, my number is 678-534-2490, or you can go on my website for more information about the services we offer, douglaslawgroup.com. Thank you for watching.